and nephew, this is not really a question about heaven, but it may be something that you know or don't know. She says, my niece and nephew love Bigfoot, and she wants to know, is there really a Bigfoot? And I'm going to add to that question. This is my part. I'm going to say whether or not there is there any creature in heaven that looks like standing up on 2 feet with long hair like someone would see a Bigfoot? Have you ever seen anything like that in heaven? So I'm going to ask those two questions together.
I've never heard of one being on the earth. I think, and I do know for sure, this is head knowledge, everybody, that people do that for a living. That live up in the mountains in the area where there's been sightings and people have photographs or they have an encounter. Some say they can talk, some say they can't talk. It always changes around, but they're trying to lead to one thing, that they're really here. And there are actually people who dress up, and that's what they do for a living. They go up in the hills and the mountains and do these kind of crazy things, just like people who try to pretend like there's real aliens. And that goes in that whole thing, okay? I know there's unicorns in heaven. We know there aren't any on the earth right now. God had them all in heaven. But I have never seen Bigfoot down here. I can't confirm. What I can confirm to you is what I have been shown. And most of what I've been shown is in heaven. And yes, absolutely yes, there are creatures that you would call Bigfoot or Sasquatch or whatever they want to call him. I absolutely have seen intelligent creatures. Why? Because there's creatures there we don't have here. Why? Because God created them for up there. And so, like I've said, I've seen unicorns in heaven. They're really there. I've seen little tiny beings that you would call a fairy, but they're small angels.
Wow.
And all those things up there. Haven't seen a leprechaun yet or a mermaid, because we'll always get those questions after I talk. There are creatures, huge creatures, I would say probably close to 20 foot tall, that look like that. And most of them are part of the army of heaven. The army of heaven is mostly made up of super intelligent creatures designed by God to fight against the army of darkness. And that's where I saw them. I saw them in the area where Michael's headquarters are in heaven. And I saw some that were like, not that being, but I've seen some beings that would be like 200 feet high. And the barracks they stay in, or the areas they stay in, the doorways are that high for them to go through. So yes, there are creatures like that in heaven. You'll be delighted when you get there to find out exactly what's there.